5 phrases that instantly end arguments. Deep Stoic wisdom. There is a silent power that only a few people truly master. It is not the power of shouting louder. Not the power of proving someone wrong. Not the power of winning. It is the power of ending conflict, without losing your dignity. Arguments destroy relationships. Arguments drain energy. Arguments steal peace. Most people think strength means fighting back. But ancient Stoic thinkers like Marcus Aurelius believed something deeper. You always have the option of having no opinion. Today, you will learn 5 phrases that can instantly stop arguments. At work, in relationships, with family, with strangers. These phrases are not tricks. They are psychological shields. Master them, and you will become emotionally unshakable. 1. Why arguments escalate. Arguments rarely begin because of logic. They begin because of ego, fear, insecurity, and the desire to be right. Imagine this. Someone criticizes you. Your heart rate increases. Your muscles tighten. Your mind prepares for battle. This is not wisdom speaking. This is survival instinct. Stoics understood this long ago. Another philosopher, Epictetus, taught. If someone succeeds in provoking you, realize that your mind is complicit. Arguments grow because we feed them. Every explanation, every defensive sentence, every attempt to win, adds more fuel. Ending arguments is not about defeating the other person. It is about refusing to enter the emotional battlefield. 2. You might be right. This phrase is shocking in its power. You might be right. It does not mean you surrender truth. It means you refuse emotional combat. When you say this, the other person loses their opponent. Their anger has nowhere to land. Story example. A man argues with his colleague about a mistake at work. Voices rise. Tension spreads. Instead of defending himself endlessly, he says, "You might be right. Let me think about it." Silence. The storm dissolves. Why? Because validation calms the nervous system. This phrase transforms conflict into reflection. Use it when someone is emotional, someone wants dominance, someone is not ready for logic. This is strategic peace. 3. I understand how you feel. This is one of the most powerful emotional diffusers. People don't argue because they want facts. They argue because they want to feel seen. When you say, "I understand how you feel," you give them what they were fighting to get. Recognition, not agreement. Recognition. A woman argues with her partner. She feels ignored. He keeps explaining his intentions. The argument grows. Finally he pauses. "I understand how you feel. I didn't mean to hurt you." Her shoulders drop. Her voice softens. Connection replaces combat. This phrase ends arguments because emotions cannot fight empathy. 4. Let's talk about this later. Timing decides everything. Trying to solve problems during emotional storms is like trying to build a house during an earthquake. Wise people delay battles, saying, "Let's talk about this later." Create space for logic to return. Stoic practice involves emotional distancing. When overwhelmed, you must retreat, not as a coward, but as a strategist. Use this phrase when voices are raised, insults begin, you feel triggered, nothing productive is happening, distance is dignity. 5. This isn't worth fighting about. Clarity is powerful. Many arguments continue simply because no one names the truth. Most conflicts are about small things. Tone of voice, late replies, minor misunderstandings. Ego bruises. When you calmly say, "This isn't worth fighting about," you invite perspective. You remind both of you that peace is more valuable than victory. Great Stoic leaders understood priorities. They chose serenity over ego triumph. 6. Silence. The final phrase is no phrase. It is silence, not passive silence. Not fearful silence, but intentional silence. Silence communicates confidence, self-control, emotional mastery. Most arguments require participation. When you withdraw participation, the argument collapses. This is the highest Stoic weapon. As Seneca taught, the greatest remedy for anger is delay. Sometimes delay means words. Sometimes delay means stillness. Most people think respect comes from money, appearance, loud confidence, social status. But real respect comes from emotional stability. People test you, consciously or unconsciously. They observe. Do you react quickly? Do you defend yourself nervously? Do you seek approval? If yes, respect drops. Roman emperor and Stoic thinker Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be won. Respect grows when your words reflect inner certainty. I'm not comfortable with that." This phrase creates boundaries instantly. It is calm, clear, unapologetic. Imagine someone makes a disrespectful joke about you. Most people will laugh nervously. Stay silent, become aggressive, but a respected person simply says, "I'm not comfortable with that." No shouting, no explanation marathon, just truth. Boundaries are magnetic. People respect those who protect the dignity. Use this phrase when someone crosses emotional limits, someone pressures you, someone treats you casually. Respect begins where tolerance ends. I don't need to prove that. This phrase signals supreme confidence. Insecure people argue endlessly to justify themselves. Secure people don't. When challenged unfairly, say, "I don't need to prove that." This shocks people, because they expect emotional defense. Instead, they meet composure. Greek Stoic Seneca warned about the danger of public validation. He who is brave is free. Freedom includes freedom from needing approval. This phrase ends status battles instantly. Fast reactions signal emotional weakness. Slow responses signal depth. When someone pressures you for a decision, pause. Then say, "Let me think about it." This creates psychological elevation. It communicates, you are not desperate, you are not impulsive, your decisions have weight. Leaders speak like this. Strategists speak like this. Respect follows patience. That's your opinion. This phrase protects your mental space. Not every criticism deserves entry into your mind. When someone judges your choices, instead of defending yourself endlessly, say, "That's your opinion." Simple, neutral, final. This shows you are emotionally self-governed. You are not controlled by external noise. True strength is selective attention. The most powerful respected word. No long excuses. No over-explaining. No guilt performance. Just, no. Many people fear this word because they fear rejection. But respected individuals understand. Every yes to others can be a no to yourself. Calm refusal builds authority. Stoic teaching encourages living according to reason, not pressure. Your time is sacred. Your energy is limited. Your life is yours. Imagine walking into conversations with calm eyes, slow speech, clear boundaries, no need to impress. These 5 phrases transform social dynamics. They move you from reactive right-pointing arrow intentional, needy right-pointing arrow grounded, ignored right-pointing arrow respected. Respect is not luck. It is behavior repeated daily. Master these phrases, and people will feel your strength before you even speak. Fate binds you. Acceptance is not weakness. It is clarity. When you stop arguing with reality, Your energy becomes available for action. Story example. Two men lose their business. One keeps saying, "This is unfair. Life is against me." The other says, "This is painful, but now what can I build next?" Years later, one is still bitter. The other is stronger. Acceptance shortens suffering. Resistance multiplies it. Daily practice. At night, ask yourself, what did I resist today that I should have accepted? Strong minds are rarely shocked. Why? Because they have already mentally walked through hardship. Stoic philosopher Seneca encouraged people to imagine loss. Not to become fearful, but to become fearless. Imagine losing comfort, being judged publicly, starting from zero, standing alone. When you mentally rehearse difficulty, your nervous system becomes familiar with it. Fear comes from the unknown. Preparation removes the unknown. This habit builds checkmark emotional immunity, checkmark gratitude for present blessings, checkmark courage to take risks. Try this exercise once a week. Spend 10 minutes visualizing life without one comfort you currently enjoy. Notice how appreciation increases. Weakness grows in permanent comfort. Strength grows in chosen struggle. Stoics believed in voluntary hardship, not extreme suffering, but small intentional challenges. For example, walking instead of taking transport, skipping one luxury meal, exercising when tired, working while others procrastinate. This sends a message to your brain. I can survive discomfort. Modern life removes friction, but friction builds character. When real crisis arrives, your mind will say, I have faced worse voluntarily. That confidence is priceless. Being stoic does not mean becoming cold, it means becoming stable. Many people drown in emotions because they merge with them. Anger becomes identity. Sadness becomes personality. Fear becomes destiny. But Stoic wisdom teaches observation. When insulted, pause. When anxious, pause. When excited, pause. Observe like a scientist. As Epictetus explained, make the best use of what is in your power, and your reactions are always in your power. Practice. Before reacting, ask, what response would my strongest self choose? This creates emotional distance, and distance creates wisdom. A fragile mind lives for pleasure. A strong mind lives for purpose. When you have a mission, insults lose importance. Failures become lessons. Delays become training. Purpose organizes chaos. Imagine two people facing rejection. One thinks, my life is over. The other thinks, this is part of my journey. Same rejection, different destiny. Stoics believed life should be guided by virtue, discipline, courage, justice, wisdom. Ask yourself today, what am I willing to suffer for? What kind of person am I becoming? When your life has direction, pain becomes fuel. Being mentally unbreakable does not mean never feeling pain. It means, pain does not control you. Fear does not stop you. Loss does not destroy you. These 5 habits are daily training. Invisible training, quiet training. But over time, they transform you. And one day, life will test you again. But this time, you will not panic. You will not collapse. You will stand calm, like a mountain in a storm.